In this video, we'll talk about the industry of advertisement for publishers, for brands, for consumers, and for the ad tech platforms as well. Once you know the ad industry, you'll get to know that there are four entities when it comes to the entire network of display advertisements. The first entity is the consumers to whom those ads are displayed to. The second entity is the content creators who create contents and attract those consumers. The third entity is the advertisers who spend advertisement budget to display ads about their products or services, or in general to create brand awareness in front of the consumers. And fourth and last entity is the ad techs or advertisement technologies that bridges between the creators and brands to display ads to the consumers. Moving on, there's this thing going on in this industry, which is the age of third party cookie is about to end, because third party cookies actually it goes against the movement around privacy concerns that's going around. Also, it creates a lot of frauds around ad techs. So third party cookies, they will be discontinued as announced by Google by 2024, and there will be something new that will help to serve ads in a better way that doesn't hamper the privacy concerns of general consumers like you and me. So the main reason why the third party cookies are going away and how it's affecting the industry, first of all, third party cookies are actually collecting your internet behavior data, where you are which is about which websites you are visiting, how your internet behavior is like, what you're searching on internet, or other apps as well, whom are you interacting to, what kind of topics you are discussing with your friends in communication platforms, in chat messenger chat apps. So these are the data points that they collect to make sure they have the right targeting and they can show you the right product in front of you. For example, if you are a marketing person, if you work around SEO, you'll definitely see ads about apps and services and tools that are usually used by people like you. So through these data points, they have definitely made this decision that these are the right products or services that might be attractive for you. So this is how they collect your data and they use it to show you the right ads. But this might be a concern as long as you don't know what you are being used for. Your data that are your own right, that are being taken away, that are being used by parties and entities that you don't know of, and it goes beyond your imagination about in how many ways these data are being used to target you. And it's not just about showing some ads about some products or services. It's also controlling how you behave in internet, what you interact with, what comes in front of you, and what buying decisions you make. So whatever time you are spending on internet, there is an impact of what these companies are deciding about what to do with your data. So along with this privacy concern, there are also some ad tech frauds. For example, uh, ad tech technologies, they usually take a cut out of every dollar that advertisers pay for displaying their ads, and supposedly this number is somewhere around 40 to 60%. So 40 to 60% of ad spends are being taken by the ad techs, and rest of the money is dispersed towards the publishers or creators, which is okay. The ecosystem works like that, but there are some frauds being going around, mostly involving bot traffics and fake ad impressions. And there are a lot of people in the internet that utilizes this breach or this loophole to cash out a lot, and it provides fake impressions and fake clicks to the advertisers. And it also, it's a reason why advertisers has to pay less to the publishers. So publishers also go desperate to maximize their whatever viewership their websites or their apps are having, because they have to maximize their ad revenue. So they go for different kinds of ads and different formats of ads, roll up ads and such, that can bring on probably a better RPM for their viewership, right? And on the other hand, advertisers, they don't like spending for bot traffic, so they go for as much as cost they can for a certain number of views. So in general, ad frauds are there. It's been a talk of the topic for years, and this is another reason why these behavioral ads, these are almost at the end, and companies like Google and Apple and other companies, they're also thinking of technology that won't use this cookie data of users as much as it's doing right now. Probably use none of it, because no one would like to see that they are being traced by different companies using their data points that they are willingly or not willingly providing to those companies, right? So, who are it affecting apart from brands and consumers? Because brands and consumers are the two ends of the spectrum. In between of the process, there are creators and ad techs, right? So when you discuss creators, whom it's going to affect these changes, or if the third party cookie policy discontinues, the affected creators will be, first of all, there will be newspapers who highly rely on display ad revenues for their business. There will be content website owners, people who create blogs and publish helpful articles around a certain topic. There will be app creators, because just like newspapers and content websites, app creators also rely on advertisement revenue for running their businesses. So to make sure whoever are providing values for free, contents for free, are being affected by these changes, right? So in other words, if this changes and if there is no solution that can keep the ads going, or maybe provide somewhat ways of modifying monetizing their traffic, these independent creators who create contents for free, who help people for free, who create values out of their expertise and knowledge, they won't have the fuel to keep running, right? So they will eventually lose interest in this business model, and there won't be any free contents around internet that we have in search engines and social medias. So if the cookie data discontinues, what are the first impacts of the industry? If the companies, or if the ad techs don't have very specific and precise cookie data in their hands, first of all, the conversion rate will lower a lot. I'm talking about the impacts for the advertisers. The advertisers will see less conversion rate for the same amount of budget they're spending for their ads, right? And as long as the ad tech companies won't have cookie data, the targeting will be very, very irrelevant and inaccurate. And on the other hand, if we look at what will be the impacts for the creators, you'll see low RPMs, which is revenue per mil. So for a certain number of, for every 1,000 visitors, the revenue will drop a lot. And of course, the users will have less trust in these website or creators, because they're showing ads that are completely not relevant to their interest, right? So there will be a damage in the user experience as well, which is not good for creators. Now, what are the solutions? Where is the industry going? Because it's marketing we are talking about. So the marketing industry has to keep evolving. If it's not third-party cookies, then there has to be something else that can still help advertisers display the right ads in front of the right people, in the right platforms, or in the right within the right content websites, right? So where is the industry going? That's the most important question right now, because companies that have depended on third-party cookie data, they are facing a lot of difficulties. I know ad tech companies that are being downsized, that are laying off people, they are cutting their costs because the revenue is not as good as before, right? So there are definitely impacts, and when there is a problem, there has to be solutions. So Fortunately, tech giants like Apple and Google, they're being concerned of this problem, and they're coming up with their own solutions. And in general, the internet is moving towards a decentralized version of it, where no one or two companies will control or have access to all of the user data of all of the users of those companies' products, right? So these companies are taking a step themselves, and they're creating technologies that are, with due respect to the privacy concerns, they can still find ways to serve to both the advertisers and the publishers. And one of these concern is called Google Privacy Sandbox Initiative. So a few days ago, the demo had launched. It's not a public product yet, but the demo has launched. The product is available. The demo is available on GitHub. There are some documentations and clarifications about what it will do and how it will help. So for now, what we know is it will find a way to target the right people for the right advertisements without tracking down the cookie data, the third-party cookie data. So that's one of the initiatives that we have seen in the internet recently. Another attempt is changing the way of the technology of how the ads are displayed. As I said before, right now the ads are displayed based on cookie data, your behavioral data, what you are up to, what you are doing in Facebook, in Google, on YouTube, in your apps. Based on these datas, the third party cookie data points are collected, and those are used to display ads to you. But in the other hand, there are this other technology of display ads, which is called contextual ads, which is way different than behavioral ads. So contextual ads actually doesn't track what the reader is doing and what the reader's behavior around the internet is about. It actually decides what ad to show to a certain user based on what the context of the website is, right? If you are visiting a website which is about fitness, and if you are reading an article about how many push-ups you should do for a daily workout, the ad will understand the context of the content and the relevance of the website itself, and then it will decide that, okay, if there are some health supplements or health products or fitness training programs that are running ads, the technology will only display those ads to you, because it's deciding based on the context and relevance of the content that you're reading, which means that at that very moment you might be interested in that product. So that is a point, because it will use the websites or the apps data instead of your behavioral data. In this way, your privacy is being respected, your data are not being collected, the data regarding the website will be used to show the right ads. So while these changes are going around in ad techs, what can we do as marketers or content creators? Because at this moment, it's about trust, right? Third-party cookies violates the trust, violates the privacy, so they are being obsolete. As a creator, if you don't earn the trust of your readers or followers, you might be someone that will be doubted by the readers as well. So you cannot make yourself put in that position where your users are not believing what you're saying. So you definitely have to keep creating contents that are real, that are authentic, that are not created or scrapped from any other sources. Only then you'll be able to gain the trust of your readers. Your readers will admire what you are providing and what value you are providing for them. Even in return, if you ask for their email addresses to launch a newsletter, or maybe if you're providing some premium stuff as well, soft products or courses or ebooks, they might also be interested to buy those as well, as long as they are loyal and they like what you are creating. So creating a loyalty among your readers is a very important aspect to diversify your revenue. So you can get away and you can lift some pressure on the ad revenue that you're getting. You can directly create your own product lineups, right? And also, don't just be marketers, you need to be content creators as well, because if the ad is not as good as it is right now, you cannot rely on ads for establishing and positioning your brand. So you have to keep creating contents around whatever product or service or solutions you're providing. You have to keep creating valuable contents about, how the products can be used to make your customers' lives better. So content creation is the key. It definitely has to be widely practiced in absence of mainstream marketing technologies like display ads. And on the other hand, what should the advertisers do? Because advertisers, there are a lot of kinds of advertisers, and everyone has their own ways of marketing their products. But in general, we are seeing a lot of big media publication companies to bring their own marketing solutions. For example, if you want to market on one of those websites, which is a part of those big giant media companies, they will come up with their custom solution about how they can ensure a maximum visibility of your product within their website. I know companies like Dotdash, Meredith, Industry Drive, they have their own marketing solutions for whoever wants to advertise their products or services with them, right? So advertisers can definitely try contacting the creators directly. Maybe if the creators have their own solution, maybe give it a try. Or even if the advertisers want to show display ads, maybe they can do a direct deal with the publishers as well. Although it's a very messy process, because there are hundreds and thousands of and millions of creators, and it's hard to find the right creator that matches with your product. But as long as the ad techs are not developed yet in a cookie-less, privacy-centric world, the advertisers can always try finding the right creators that they want to collaborate with, right? And it just there are also social medias where it can take place, along with websites and apps as well. And it's also, it's a widely practiced thing right now, because we call it influencer marketing, right? Collaborating with creators. So creators who are around social medias, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, creators who have their own websites to create and publish contents on, creators across YouTube, Twitch, all across the platforms. There is this essence of cutting out the middleman, as long as the middleman is good enough to preserve the interest of both advertisers, creators, and consumers. So that's it for now. I hope the industry, whatever turn it's taking, it's happening for the good, and hopefully everyone gets to keep doing what they are doing right now in a better way, when they don't have to worry about the revenues or their return of investments.